Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Benchwarmer Sports. Hopefully, you guys have been having a fantastic couple of days. I know it's been a minute since I last uploaded here a video here on the channel, but we are back with a bang today, ladies and gentlemen, because today has been a doozy in the world of the Browns fandom and just Browns news in general. Because today we had a lot of news just happen. So we had some people leaving the Browns, coming back to the Browns, some targets in free agency who went on to another team, who everybody got confused because of certain reporters absolutely mismanaging the entire thing. But we have to break the big news, which just came out a couple of minutes ago. Elijah Moore has been traded to the Cleveland Browns. Yes, Elijah Moore, the receiver from the New York Jets, who has been the target of the Cleveland Browns since last season, who requested a trade from the New York Jets after complaining he didn't get the ball enough during his time with the Jets. He is now a Cleveland Brown. The Browns have officially traded for him. They traded their 42nd overall pick to the Jets in return for Elijah Moore and their third round pick. So I think they got pick 74 in the third round and pick 98 in the third round. So they have two third round picks plus Elijah Moore. So really, if I'm being honest, that's actually a really good return for pick 42 because I mean, you're essentially only moving down 30 some odd spots from your original second round pick. You're getting a really good slot receiver who's shown potential that he can be really good as a slot receiver given the right circumstances. He had like around 550 yards in his rookie season, 5 touchdowns. Didn't do as well last year. Had some problems with, the team has some problems with, the rotating quarterback room over there with, Mike White and Zach Wilson and all those other guys, Joe Flacco. But he has shown in the past that he can be a really good player. He's only 21 years old, or 22, excuse me. So he's still really young. He's a 30-year player. I mean, he's got potential that's there, and he's really cheap as well. He only is commanding like 1.4 million, and it's his third year of his contract. So if the Browns do want to re-sign him or at least keep him here, they have that opportunity to. I think he's got like 1.4 million in the next 2 years for a base salary. So he's coming in really cheap. You're getting another third round pick as well. I see this trade as an absolute win for the Cleveland Browns. And now you got a pretty formidable wide receiver core in Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples Jones, Elijah Moore, David Bell. I think those are really a really solid core group of guys. I still think you need another receiver, which brings me into my next point because now everything's changed now because the last couple of months that we've been discussing here on this channel, what are the Browns going to do at 42, right? So, like I said in the beginning, I thought they were going to do a defensive tackle. Then I switched more recently to say that, maybe they should just be, they should just select a receiver, Tyler Scott, Josh Downs, somebody like that at 42. Well, now this puts a hindrance on a lot of stuff because now you are picking at 72 right now or 74, one of the two. And now you got to figure out, you have three receivers on your team at this point. And in my opinion, at 70, whatever you are, in the 70s, I'm taking Keanu Benton. I'm saying it again. Keanu Benton has to be your pick there. There's no sure doubt in my mind now that has to be your pick. That has to be your pick. Keanu Benton from Wisconsin. That it has to be the pick. I will shout it from the rooftops. I will do whatever needs to be done. Keanu Benton needs to be the Cleveland Browns selection in the 70s in their new third round pick. He has to be that selection because I don't think the Browns are going to select another receiver with that Jets pick. I just don't see them doing that. Although I would like to see them do another draft pick for a receiver, hopefully like somebody like a Marvin Mims. I think Marvin Mims with your 98th pick would be insane. I but I don't know if he's going to be there, and I don't think the Browns are going to choose him. But if I'm going to have to choose somebody with the Jets pick that you just got, I'm getting Keanu Benton because the guy is an absolute stud. He's an insane run stopper. He's big. He's strong as hell. I mean, he's got to grow a little bit in the passing, the passing game, but I mean, the guy's a stud. He showed out at the Senior Bowl. He showed out at his combine. I mean, the guy is insane. So that's all I'm saying. This puts you in prime position because now you know who you were supposed to get or who you want to get with your first pick. Now you don't have to discuss anymore. Do you want to get a defensive tackle or do you want to get a receiver at 42? You've got three receivers now. Go get that defensive tackle. My opinion, it should be Keanu Ben. That's what it should be. But in other news, what we had today with the Cleveland Browns, Anthony Walker coming back to the Browns on a 1-year deal, another 1-year deal. I think it's his third year in a row he's coming back on a 1-year deal. I like the signing a lot. I really like Anthony Walker. I think that he brings a lot of a veteran presence to the locker room, a lot of leadership. You could tell once he went down against the Steelers last year, the whole room just went on a nosedive leadership wise. The entire defense absolutely imploded upon itself. I mean, it was just absolutely ridiculous. Didn't really help the fact that, the linebacking room had like 4 season ending injuries throughout the entire year. So that didn't really help either. But no, I really like Anthony Walker. I think he's a really good player. Hopefully he can come back really healthy, be close to what the player to the player he was, previously before that injury. But I like the signing a lot. We also had Dearness Johnson of Thursday Night Football fame from 2020 or 2021, excuse me. He's leaving the Browns, unfortunately, to the Jacksonville Jaguars on another 1-year deal. I think everybody saw this coming. I don't think anybody saw this as like as like anything other than it was only a matter of time. Uh, he just wasn't going to get any other opportunities here, and it's unfortunate because I think he's really good, right? I think he's a really good player, and I just think that he just needs somewhere else to show his talents, and it wasn't going to be here. And I'm just happy that he's going to get an opportunity behind Travis Etienne. Hopefully, they can utilize him more down there for Jacksonville. I think it's a really good pickup for them, and I think they're going to be happy with him down there. But early on in the day, in other news, everybody in everybody in the Browns world almost had a heart attack today because like I've said in previous videos, McCole Hardman was a guy who I was looking at free agency wise for the receiver position. And he did go to a team today. It just so happens that nobody could figure out which team he went to because I think it was Tom Pelissero who had the story, who broke down that the Jets were signing McCole Hardman for a 1-year deal, and then he goes right under it in the next sentence. Cleveland is getting a really good weapon to their receiver group, or something to that effect. And everybody across the NFL world was like, where is McCole Hardman going to? Where is he going? So people were like, is he going to the Browns? Is he going to the Jets? Well, we figure out in a couple of minutes later that McCole Hardman is in fact going to the New York Jets. And it kind of already put the writing on the wall that they were saying that Elijah Moore was not available to be traded. Well, obviously they're getting so many players and so many receivers. Obviously something had to be going on, right? And then lo and behold, an hour later or so, Elijah Moore gets traded to the Cleveland Browns. But like I said, I really like the move. Elijah Moore, I think he's got some potential. I think he definitely shows some flashes. He's fast, good route runner. I definitely think that there's definitely some use for him on this team. I think he can do some really good things here. I think he's a really solid slot receiver. It's just, I definitely think the Browns need at least one more receiver because I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think David Bell's going to be that guy. I mean, I just think you need somebody like a Marvin Mims in your second, third round pick. That's who I would pick in this at pick 98. Because I think if you have a receiving room with Cooper, DPJ, Elijah Moore, Marvin Mims, and David Bell or Demetric Felton, I think that's a really solid group. I think that's a scary group. I think that's one of the most underrated receiving rooms in the NFL, to be honest with you. So I mean, that's what I would do. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about the trade. Do you guys like Elijah Moore? Was there somebody else who would you guys would have liked to see the Browns trade for? Does this impact what you guys want to do in the draft? Let me know in the comment section below. Like this video, and if you guys are new and you like this type of content, if you're a Browns fan or just a sports fan in general, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We think we're at 533 right now, so we're slowly but surely getting there. And I hope to see you guys all in another video. Take care, and thank you guys for all of your support.